Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I am your host, GameChanger. Okay, so I am late today. As y'all know, I work, and then when it's my lunch break or when I have time, I post. However, today work ran longer than I expected it to for a Monday, especially. So I'm a little behind. No pun intended. But I'm here now, and yeah, we can get started on this. Now, I don't have a short of the day. I'm going to wing it for you all. I do want to give y'all a chance to come in and hit that like button. So let me see if I can find one and also read some of your comments. I see I started earlier with the comments. It says, oh, doggone it. Don't tell me that Game Changer is on that comeback to the table stuff. It is SYSBM all day for me. Okay. In fact, I plan to go to Germany soon to meet white women. Did I lead anybody with the impression that I'm against SYSBM? Or against German white women? Did I leave anybody with that impression? Because I got a very strange post in my inbox yesterday. Somebody was accusing me of something horrible over SYSBM. Did I say something that really? Let me know if I said something that pissed off the SYSBM bunch yesterday. Greatly appreciate that. I don't really know. If I did. And if I did, then I apologize. I really don't have anything against SYSBM. Noob, he may be saying that to get your attention. Saying what? We all know Becky not worried, or Becky is worried. Oh, I see. Becky with Ling Ling behind closed doors. It is the best of women. LOL. Okay, so I see what's going on. Maybe I could have put quotation marks on my title. The portion of the title that says white women losing their minds as black women are choosing to be with black men are choosing to be black women is not mine. Whenever I say GC reviews, I'm reviewing somebody else's video of that title. So this is what somebody else is saying, and the person who's saying it is a black woman, but I'm not saying that. I don't really think that way, and yeah, I'm trying to find out if it's true. So yeah, maybe that'll give y'all some perspective. And that's what caught my eye on the title. Is like, wait a minute, black men are choosing to be with black women. I mean, more so than we did in the past. So yeah, I want to see what this perspective is about. I haven't seen the video that I'm about to share with you. So now I see some of the confusion, not the SYSBM stuff, but some of the confusion. All right. So Jules of Tech, I appreciate you being a channel member, a new channel member. Welcome. Appreciate you, brother. So just so y'all know, I'm gonna start putting my my standalone videos on automatic to members only. And it's not a ploy to save a buck or to gain a buck, but I do appreciate every buck that you all send me, for my time. Greatly appreciate that. It's not about that. It's really about the way the algorithm works. Somebody brought it to my attention. And that is, when you do a live video, most people come to actually see it live. So if YouTube keeps sending out notifications after the live, like say they send it out to 20,000 people after a live, and then, few people show up, they're going to stop sending notifications. So I want YouTube to stop sending notifications after it's live, because chances are people aren't going to show up because they like to see it live. So, and those who do, you can see it on members only if you're part of the replay gang. And salute to the replay gang. So yeah, that's what it's about. But welcome Jules from Tech. All right, it says, I doubt it's going to. I doubt. I doubt it. Going in blind, I think it's a video of Becky probably joking. I could see that. I could see that. I do think that Becky was trolling black women, and a black woman fell for it. I figure as such, Keisha is lying to herself and hopes the rest of the world will believe. Well, that's bad. And here's the thing. And this is the terrible thing about the title. And this is what drew my attention most to the title. I hope that she's not on the ish that I think she's on. Because when you read the title carefully, it says black men are choosing to be with black women. Not that black men are with black women. So worst case scenario, and this is the mentality of her and many other black women that she might possess. Worst case scenario is that she's hoping, because worst case scenario is that this is a fantasy title. And she's fantasizing about something that's not necessarily there, which is bad, but a lot of women, particularly black women, are delusional. But worse than that is if she actually fantasized about a world where black men choose to be with black women and black women are not choosing to be with black men, but they just sit back and watch black women or white women get jealous. If that's what they fantasize about being chosen by black men just so they can reject them and make white women jealous, which is a sick fantasy, which I do not say that many of these women are above having. Then to that, I say, good grief. Just really, that's pretty freaking pathetic. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, people. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. Nope, not that one. Okay, so I have never seen this woman before in my life. Or if I did, I covered her and, but yeah. People would say somebody just called her ugly. I don't know if she's particularly ugly, especially in the last picture. But she's not something that, if I got her number, I would be eager to call. Nor would I necessarily kick her out of my bed if the room was dark. And, to be fair, I don't really know what she's about, so I'm not even gonna put it like this. Physically, her personality can put her in the no smash category, meaning that some women are so sexy that even if they were on some ish, I would still smash. It would just be in a hateful way, but I would still smash. She's not in that category. So let's see what she's about.
Lisa, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Chana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel or turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you'll be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of ours.
Oh, holy crap. So, I thought that she was reviewing somebody else. She don't look like her voice or her accent. I thought that she was reviewing someone else, because when I pressed play, I just looked around for my headset. And then I looked up and it's her talking. Okay, so she has what sounds like an African accent. If it wasn't for Chantel Simone, I would not know the difference between a Jamaican accent and an African accent. I remember the last time I was snitching. I was snitching. All right, I'll give you a quick story. Last time I snitched on either a black African from the diaspora or a Jamaican dude, I did not know which one he was because the accent, the accents were similar to me at the time until I really heard, like, for a prolonged period of time, a Jamaican accent. So at the casino, I met this dude, right? And he said, I'm a plumber. He said, if you ever need something, give me a call. Give my company a call, right? He said he and his brother own their own plumbing service. I was like, oh, okay, bet, right? So, took his information. I lost it, but I remember the name of the plumbing company. I was like, and then I don't know if it was months or years later, I needed a plumber. So I was like, all right, well, I know these people, and plumbers tend to be dishonest, so at least I know these guys, right? So I just looked up the name of the company and called, right? And then one of his employees came to the house. Now, I had a problem with what's called a stem valve, and that's the thing that's behind the tub. If you take off the handle, I tried to fix it myself, but I didn't have the right tools, and the tools probably would have cost more than a plumbing service. So I called, black dude came over, and he was talking some $450, which I know is ridiculous. He looked at me like I was a damn fool. And then I was like, nah, I'm not going to pay you $450. And then he said this. He said, how much will you pay for it? I'm like, dude, you work for somebody, you're trying to, get over, and you want to see how much you can get over for whatever. You're going to pocket something off of this. I could tell. I just so happen to know the people you work for. So I was like, listen, no deal. I'm going to do it myself. Right. I tried to do it myself. It was stripped. Called the white boy. All right. He tried to do it for $130. Because I went out and bought the tools by this point. He tried to do it for $130. And I said, okay, bet. He said, well, how much did they charge? I didn't tell him, but I was like, look, they charged a lot more than you. You get it done for $130, I'm good, right? He's like, okay. He didn't realize it was stripped. So he said that he couldn't do it. I'm like, crap, So I actually had to put a hacksaw to it. So long story short, I run into cousins, not cousins, what's his name? What's the name? I run into the plumber again, right? I forget his name, but he kind of favored my cousin. And he was at a Pizza Hut, like doing this whole toilet thing. And I was like, hey, what's up? And then he said, hey, my friend. And then I was like, your friend, dude, you had some dude try to charge me $450 for a stem valve. And then he was like, who was it? And I said, I don't know. He was either Jamaican or African. Yes, I snitched. Don't try to get over on me like that. People have no snitching policies. What? Anyway.
You guys are the real MVP. So guys, I brought this video remind for you, and I thought to share with you guys where some pan-colored women are actually sharing the reason why they feel so jealous about, Black women. And this actually got me thinking, because I actually posted a video 2 days ago about a brother sharing his encounter with a white woman, being so shocked to the fact that Black men are actually attracted to Black women. I'm just going to roll the clip, as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for education and informative purposes. All right, lovely. Let's dive into.
I'm talking about people who have 4B, 4C, or even 4A, dark brown hair, who are wearing bright blonde ginger wigs. Are you telling me there's no issue? And they're wearing these wigs every single fucking day. Every single day they're wearing this. Is this not an issue? There's a lot of black women here that are trying to intimidate me. I don't know who you think you are. I'm actually speaking up for your community, and you should be agreeing. And if not, you need help. Because what I'm saying is factual. Anyone can fucking agree that if you change your look every single day and you look in the mirror, you will now adapt and you'll think that this is your image. This is your true form. So now, when you remove all of that, you're going to be insecure. Simple. A simple Google search will show you this. A simple.
Does she wear makeup? She does. She does.
Okay. She said something. And black women, let's start what she said about intimidate. Black women do hold at least the appearance of a physical advantage over other groups of women. They fear them physically. And I don't think that they think that they are physically more capable fighters, even though they probably are. And this is just going from what I see in like championship, martial arts and stuff. And they are bigger, not only taller, they're fatter. I'm thinking of like Asian women. But I don't even think that it's that type of intimidation. I think that it's really that they are willing to take it to places. Like that other groups of women think that it's too ladylike to take it. So I think that that's a factor. However, online is online, and women are starting to say how they feel online. Now, she said something. I don't really know what she meant when she was saying this, because she was talking two things about the disruption to your image, your self-image, meaning that if you see yourself the same way every day, which I could see the truth in that, and then you see yourself different one day, it shatters your self-image. I could see that being a case, but she said you change it all the time, which means that you're not seeing the same thing every day. And black women do have a tendency to change their hair and their wigs far too often. They change their image far too often. And there is something psychologically bad about this. And this isn't me talking. Well, this is me talking, but this is me talking from what someone else said. And here's what that person said. So years ago, I don't remember when, and I just remember it being in the background of the news, and I would catch like clips of what was going on. So apparently in Georgia, Miss Georgia, with the sash, and there's a 1 in 50 chance that she becomes Miss America. That Miss Georgia at the time was with some, was with a thug, was with the thug homie. And she was a side piece apparently, and she pulled up on him in the main piece and decided to delete the thug homie. So now she's on trial. She's on trial every day, talking crazy, looking stupid, making, and y'all can look this up, making the title of Miss Georgia look bad. And every day she had a different hairdo. Every day she had a different hairdo. And the news reporters were saying stuff like, this is a clear evidence that she might not be psychologically stable. That's them saying stuff like, and it's commonplace for us to see like, a chick changing her wig every other day. But apparently to mainstream society, even though they might not be polite enough to say it, they think you crazy. They think you are absolute nuts. And you might be. Who knows? That so, and I think so she could be talking about both things. Like seeing yourself every day as not yourself is going to make you feel a certain way about when you see yourself as yourself. I get that. If what she's saying is true from a psychological standpoint, our entire community of women is messed up. Not just because of their wig situation, but because they put filters on their picture. Other communities do it too, I'm sure. I'm focused on ours. They put filters on their pictures, meaning that when they see themselves without the filters, they're not going to like what they see. Hit the like button. Oh, by the way, Miss Georgia got away with it. Why is she wearing a small version of her British Guard hat? Okay.
She does.
Argument is void then.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, you think her argument's void because of makeup?
Yeah, you're talking about being natural. Be fully natural then.
Well,
in every
think.
aspect of your life.
Okay.
You can't contradict yourself and come out in public and start saying things like that.
No.
Doesn't make any sense.
I don't know how you can be on the fence with that, to be honest.
Right.
Like, she is not in a position to be talking on anything anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, stay out of black women's business, first of all. Like, it's got nothing to do with what people... You're making a massive assumption. So what you're saying is that if I choose to put any different color hair on my head, yeah, when I take it out, I am then insecure automatically because I can't cope with the hair not being in my head. That I'm going to look at my image and think,
they respond to
I must have the hair. I must. I can't go outside unless I have this hair. It's just ridiculous. Like, most blonde women are not blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah? They make the majority of the people in this country, do they not? In the UK, yeah? Talk about them. So when they wake up in the morning or before they go to their appointment or whatever kind of thing, and they can see their dark roots, yeah? Are they having insecure breakdowns? Every single day because they're not in their natural self. When they're reaching for the box of dye, yeah, to maintain that blondness, are they breaking down? Are they deeply insecure? Can they not function? What's it like? Why is the attack always on us? Like other people don't make adjustments to their hair all the time, and then it's just like I just can't stand. And also her proximity, it's the proximity to blackness. Yeah, you have a black man, so you're so comfortable, thinking that you can talk to us anyhow. No, you may talk to him anyhow. Not us, not over here. Get through your head. I think people need, outside our culture, need to get through your head. The black people in your circle, you can talk to them anyhow. Not everybody, you know. We're not going to have it. Trust me.
But you know what you're saying, men, we're not doing enough to protect our black women.
Oh, speak on it.
That's the reality of it. So it should be the men coming out and saying what they need to say.
Shut up.
Appreciate that.
We're not doing enough to protect. Shut your ass up. You're talking about a 90-pound girl on the internet, and we're not doing enough to protect our... Shut up. Brothers like this just say random stuff to appease the ego of overweight black women. What? I don't owe you crap. I do not owe you crap. At this point, you have declared your independence from me. Therefore, nothing is owed. Man, that is annoying. That is annoying. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, dude threw me off. He just came out of that randomly. It's like, I'm going to give a random catchphrase to appease these women who are upset. Now, I will say this. She has a point on the blonde issue, but it is fair to say, and this is from my perspective, that they're crazy too. Now, they may not be as crazy because it's not as far of a stretch, but they are crazy too. Here's what I know about white women and the ones that dye their hair like that, or at least just a run-in that I had with one like that. And she was kind of crazy. So I told the story before. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. There was a white woman also at a casino, and she worked there, and she's there regularly, and she had her hair dyed like platinum blonde, like Daenerys Targaryen, back when Daenerys Targaryen was new to the world, her character at least. But of course, her eyebrows is like Daenerys, her eyebrows were brown. And while at work, she would pick at her hair. She would like check her hair for split ends, and it was her hair. And that's what she just did all day, right? And she earned a nickname from the regulars there. Most regulars were Oriental. She earned a nickname Blondie. And I'm like, wow, you're okay with that. You're okay with having your name be the fake thing about you. Like, something is up with that. Something is wrong about that. Like, your nickname shouldn't be your lie. Like, you're literally letting your fake blonde hair be what people define you as. So I always thought that was bad. So I'm not going to take away what she said about the white women in that situation. But I'm also not going to say that it's equal. You know, she dyed her hair blonde. Y'all don't dye your hair blonde. You know, y'all go out and get the whole texture of someone else's hair in one way or another. So you're mimicking the texture and the color and the facet. Now, if that blonde woman, you know, if once you see like natural blondes and they dye their hair black and put it in an afro or dreads, then there's an issue. Like racial dolezal, nobody would disagree with the statement that racial dolezal is weird. However, she's doing with what a large majority of you all do. And also another thing that I noticed, and I don't know if this is still the case because I don't online date anymore, but when you put, for whatever reason, I decided to, and this isn't because of a preference, this is really more of an experiment. On the dating profile of this particular site, you got to pick the ethnicity. So it was white Caucasian, Black African descent, Asian, you know, and Latino, you know, the major ethnicities. And then there was mixed. So at first I put it on Black and mixed girls. And then I noticed that it wasn't any mixed girls. So then I unchecked the box that said Black. And it was the same women. Black women, at least at the time, and on this particular dating site, like pure Black women be checking mixed all the time. All the damn time. They check mixed. They one drop ruling themselves in the opposite direction, and they are constantly checking mixed. They are not checking Black African descent. You want to know who I didn't see in the mixed category? I didn't see women who were mixed with white and Asian. I didn't see women who were mixed with white and Latina, even though, you know, race, ethnicity, trust me, I know. And I didn't see the women who are mixed Latina Asian. I didn't see none of those. Every mixed girl was mixed with Black. It was Black and something else. And in many cases, it was very little of something else. So, yeah, there is a deeper issue. I mean, though the blonde thing is problematic, and you are correct about that, it is not a equivalent problem. And then she goes on to say, how dare her talk about our issues? She could talk, it's freedom of speech. She could talk about whatever she damn well please, just like I can. And there's nothing you could do about it, and you hate that. And for whatever reason, y'all are perfectly comfortable with people thinking these things about you, but not saying them. And you feel that you think that if nobody says it, then nobody will think it. Hit the like button. Oh, let me give a shout out, because he sent the Cash App a while back and I didn't read it because I didn't see it until after the show. So Nanga, salute to you. I've been looking for you for a while. So I thank you. I want you to be here to hear that. I appreciate the Cash App. I appreciate everybody's support. All right. So let's see what she has to say.
So I think we should all, as white women, just admit we're jealous of Black women's hair.
Oh.
I've seen videos of people talking about.
Oh, okay. So that was a very short thing. Oh, is this part of the same thing? Is she responding to the white woman? This one says one budget outlet. Well, let's see if this Black woman was responding to the white one, because that was a very short thing.
So I think we should all, as white women, just admit we're jealous of Black women's hair.
I've seen videos of people talking about, some white women actually believe that no Black woman can be prettier than them. Like they actually believe like no Black woman can be prettier than them. The reason.
Okay. I'm going to come back to what this Black woman has to say. I'm kind of stuck on it. I want to say it now, but I'm gonna wait for her to finish. I don't know if she's being sarcastic. White people are very, very sarcastic people, and they're good at it. Yeah, let's just say that. I don't know. As white women just admit, we are jealous of Black women's hair now. The thing is that, for one, perhaps you should be. And that's because I prefer Black women's natural texture of hair. Now, this could be because it's rare, because so many of them process their hair or wear wigs. So, which gives it that exotic thing. It makes you more excited when you see somebody like Danica Marie when she had her dreads and Shea Sade all the damn time. It gives you that, okay, I like this. And also, I just like the way it feels. And to keep it a buck, sometimes it's like a third titty that's on the back or the top of their head. Because like stringy hair, it don't feel your palm the way and I'm talking about Afro in particular, the way an Afro does. An Afro feels your palm. It feels your palm. It's spongy. You feel your palm. It feels your palm, unlike paper. So maybe she should be jealous, but I think that if she were, she would actually emulate it. And she's not emulating it, so I think she's being sarcastic.
I've seen videos of people talking about, some white women actually believe that no Black woman can be prettier than them. Like they actually believe like no Black woman can be prettier than them. The only reason why I don't believe that is because a lot of white women, not all, but a majority of white women are very envious and jealous and always in this one-sided competition with Black women. They have always been like that. It's been like that since the beginning of time, y'all. Since the beginning of time. Everywhere I go, people stare at me. People call me pretty. People compliment me. But white girls, they will stare at me. They just have a nasty look on their face. They won't say nothing to me. A few of them will walk up to me and be like, you're just so pretty. You're so gorgeous. But a lot of them will look at me and just have this nasty look on their face. And I know it's jealousy. I know they're jealous. I just watched this video yesterday. It was a Black history lesson someone was talking about, and it was basically saying how Black women way back when used to wear their hair in like these gorgeous big poofy hairstyles with beads and like feathers in their hair and everything like that. And white women were so jealous and so intimidated, so bothered by the hair on another person's head, they went and made a petition. This is in Louisiana. They wrote a petition to the governor, and the governor ended up banning Black women from wearing their hair out in public because it was intimidating and, you know, making the white women jealous, essentially. I don't know if you guys remember, but like if you look back in the Victorian times where they used to wear those big poofy dresses and the backside of them dresses were big as hell, excuse my language, guess who inspired that? A Black woman that was kidnapped from Africa and held in a cage as a freak show.
Holy
that was
crap.
forced to act like an animal and do weird stuff in a circus. Same reason why white women go and get lipo now, because they want lips like this. Lips that I was made fun of for having.
Wait.
This is the reason why they want to go get BBLs. Why? Because Black women is a blueprint of the Coke bottle shape. One of the reasons why they get self-tanner. I thought being white as can be was a good thing. Now you want to make yourself bronze. Now you want a little melanin. It's so obvious, y'all. Like, and it's not just racism. It's jealousy. It's envy. It's another reason why these white women will go and purposefully get with these self-hating, colorist Black men.
Holy crap.
I ain't never seen a white woman try to go after a mouth.
Okay. Okay. She's saying a lot. She said a lot. I'm gonna forget everything I need to respond to before she goes. Wow. Just wow. Okay. So first off, she is pretty. She is pretty, at least with makeup on. And she seems to have a lot of it. Nevertheless, she is pretty. I'm not going to take that from her. She works under assumptions of what white women are thinking. Okay. Women act a certain way when there's a prettier woman than them in their company all the time. You know, and that's regardless of race. Let's get that out there. The term is nana envy. You know, when what would be the prettiest woman in the room, you know, is faced with a prettier one, then the whole alpha complex came. So it reminds me of this. There's this dude, Wes Watson, who I watch his stuff. I like this stuff. Wes Watson is this jacked white dude from, I think he's from Southern California, who did time in prison. You know, he was with the ABs, and, you know, he just talks about discipline in his workout routine, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that was developed in prison. So, you know, I could definitely get behind something like that, that type of message, because I do envy somebody who can, you know, turn tragedy into triumph like that. He became a millionaire afterwards, all through discipline. And I think that his fan base felt the same way I did. He started acting weird. He was on Fresh and Fit on the stage, you know, trying to bully some pudgy white dude. And, you know, I was like, all right. One thing about me, I can't stand bullies. So I'm like, okay, he's on that ish. So recently he was arrested. And he was arrested because he beat up this dude, this Black dude, with a belt, right? So when I first seen with a weight belt. So when I first seen the video, I was like, nah, Black dude's in the wrong. You know, like, how you gonna go to a dude's gym, you know, and threaten him? Like that's just the thing to do, you know, like, I mean, he could defend himself by any means necessary at that point. In my opinion, that's what I was thinking. But then I looked further into it, and it turns out that Wes was online. I don't watch him. Wes was online, like, you know, I'll take any challenges. Anybody step to me, you know, we go outside one-on-one. So he just giving like blanket challenges to anybody that's willing to step to him, and he's offering a fair one to anybody that's willing to step to him. And then when somebody stepped to him, he uses a weapon, and then he jumps him. It was like 3 or 4 dudes. Remind me of that song, you know. He stood about 6 or 7 feet. Now that's the creep I be seeing in my sleep. So we triple teamed on them. Using those fifth word being, it reminds me of that. And I was like, wow. And he even said, like, you know, this dude was 7 foot tall and he looked all gangster and stuff. I'm like, so you obviously felt that, you know that lion, you know the way a lion feels when a bigger lion just walks in? He felt that, so he decided to jump him, basically. I'm like, oh man, that's some punk stuff, especially coming from somebody who be on that ish, you know, who you know, I would never say I'll challenge it. Well, okay. I will challenge anybody. And I have said that. And but I'm not rich. And I mean it. And I mean it. And I'll back that up today. Anybody who offers me $100,000 to step in the ring with them as GameChanger, and I'll reveal my face, $100,000. I will step in the ring with anyone, even Wes. And dude, Wes fought for that, but that's because I won $100,000. And I haven't built a reputation on being a tough guy, so I really don't have much to lose in that regard if I lose the fight. So you know, so I stand by that statement. What he was saying was you shouldn't challenge everybody, and then when somebody accepts your challenge, you know, you do some crap like that. Anyway, my point is that that's that envy. That's when a big dude gets envious of a bigger dude walking into a room. That's that energy. So women feel the same way when a prettier woman, especially if you're a woman who's a 7+, and then that 8+ walks into a room, or especially that 9+ walks into a room, you're gonna feel a certain way. So she's not wrong about that feeling, but to add a race caveat to that is ridiculous. Also, this assumption that she believes that white women have, that each and every single white woman is more attractive than each and every single black woman. That is far from the truth. They do feel that whiteness gives them an edge, and it does, to be perfectly honest. And Asianness gives them an edge over white women. They do understand that. They understand that certain groups of women, due to their ethnic reputation, have an edge in the dating market, because people are under the assumption that the correct assumption that white women are more likely to be more cooperative than black women. So all things equal, they will pick the white woman over the black woman. However, all things are not equal if she's significantly more attractive than you, which is probably the case that she's coming across. But do they walk around like all white women are more attractive than all black women? No. Now, I'm going to say this story, then I'm going to go. Last Thursday at movie night, by the way, movie night is every other Thursday. Email me if you want to be a part of the mail list for it. Last Thursday, we was watching Beloved, and then somebody in the movie night, Josh, he suggested this show. This show is kind of like a Flavor of Love show, but it has this overweight black guy with blonde hair. I don't know, maybe he's famous. I think I've seen him on some commercials. And the cast, the women that we're interviewing, weren't attractive women at all by any stretch of the imagination. They were all fatted, tatted, you know. I think it was a midget or two in the group, and you know, they were just crazy looking. You know, I think one of them may have been decent, but it was, you know, some of them were butch. It was just wild. It was wild. The place looked like it smelled funny. Now, through all that, the Drewski show, okay. So yeah, so the show's called The Drewski Show. Y'all could check it out. And through all that foolishness, they all went out to a club. And then Drewski, he picks up a white girl. So then you have all these big backs in the limo, and some of whom were maybe white or white Latina. They were saying, you know, yeah, Drewski went off with a white girl. And they said, oh, well, you know, we can't compete with that. I was like, wait, what? That was a very weird thing to say. I didn't make this up. Bruce, you seen the show. Tell me if I'm lying. I was like, wait, what? That's the way y'all think. That's not the way we think. That is what is in your brain. That is not what is in our brain. Like, y'all the ones who say, I can't compete with white. Okay. That's weird. I'm going to stay out of that. Some of you brothers be on that stuff too. I've been competing with white since I was a kid, and you're going to have to compete with them. I'm not talking about in the mating market, of course, but I compete there as well. But I'm talking about like when I was in science fairs and math competitions and stuff like that. So I've been doing that since I was a kid.
Malcolm X kind of dude, most likely because of Malcolm X kind of dude, they ain't gonna want to date him. I ain't never seen a white woman try to, you know, date a black dude that always talks about how he loves black women or has made statements, you know, about black women, how much he loves black women. I see these white women go out and get these whitewashed black men who do nothing but talk trash about black women and how black women this, how black women that, and this black and that black. They purposely go and get with these black men because it's a boost of their ego, because they know, okay, this black man hates himself, which means he hates his people. He doesn't like black women. He feels some type of way about them. So by me getting with him, it's like I get a one up on the black woman. I get a one up on her. They're always in these secret competitions with black women. So you wonder why they're microaggressive to us. You wonder why they always catch these.
It seems like you're thinking about them a lot more than they're thinking about you. I think you're in a secret competition with them. I mean, and everything you say really, really hit the like button. Everything you say really solidifies that. Like, you're in a secret competition. It's like, oh, they go around thinking this, but I'm prettier. And so you're in a competition with them. And you think that they think that they're in a okay. When I was a kid and my dad was in the car and we're on the freeway, I was in a secret competition with like the cars next to me. You know, like who's faster? Like, you know, my dad ain't driving fast enough. He should pass up this green car. You know, I'm in a secret competition and the other people just driving. That's her mentality. You know, they don't even know that they're driving or racing. My dad didn't even know that in my mind he was supposed to be racing. Like, so yeah, she has that, and then this whole the Malcolm X type. But wasn't Malcolm X like with a white woman that literally kissed his feet? At least in the movie. Wasn't Malcolm X like with a white woman? So yeah, I mean, you're not winning if the only people you can get is the ones that is devoted to you, the ones that are culturally devoted to you. That's not a W. Like, if that's like a white woman that can only attract ABs. That's what it is. It's like, listen, you are the trash white woman if you can only attract ABs. You can only attract white men who refuse to date other races of women. You haven't won a competition in that point. And then the black men who, you know, because that's what black men are thinking. They're not thinking that this woman makes me happy. You know, like Childish Gambino or Dave Chappelle, or, you know, or really anybody who does it. You know, they're doing it with black women in mind. Like, yeah, that'll show that'll show Keisha. And when he's, bucking Becky, he's like, yeah, Keisha is jealous. Keisha is jealous. This so good. Like, nobody is thinking about you. Nobody is thinking about you. Now, when y'all do it, y'all thinking about us. But we're not thinking about you at all. GameChanger, that is the best example about a secret competition. Yeah, that was like one of my first secret competitions. Y'all ever do that at the gym? I'm not gonna put a survey out there, but tell me, y'all ever do that at the gym? I feel kind of weird doing it, but sometimes I'll look at a dude, see what he got on the bar, and I'm like, you know something? Yeah, I'm a up it. I'm a up it. I know I'm stronger than that. Yeah, I did that. I did that at the gym before. Not proud of it, but I did that.
Small attitudes. Wonder why they always feel some type of way and looking at you crazy, baby girl, because they're jealous. They're jealous because they know they can't compete where they don't compare. It's jealousy, and it's all a mind game. They will do anything they can to get in our heads and to mess with us, and then try to go and cry and play victim. That's why I don't be phased. I'll be walking around with my head up high. I know they be staring at me. I know they be looking at me. I don't even pay them no mind. I walk right past them. Won't move out of their way or nothing. They're envious. It's been like that since the beginning of time.
So this lady asks this.
Okay. So clearly you have issues. I won't get out of their way. You're one of those people. I don't really notice it because I'm a normal human being. But they do exist people who like to walk down busy streets and expect everybody to get out their way. Now, I don't pay attention to it like if I'm in their way. Like most times if I see somebody and, we're about to just like have a head-on collision, I just like step to the left or right. It's not a big deal to me. And then I keep going. But then I notice that, this person is typically a woman, didn't step to their left or right either. They didn't do the same. And which you assume that they would do just out of basic, being a basic citizen of the world. And then if you look back, they just walk down the whole damn block like that. And they I don't know what they think. They're getting like some type of head rush, knowing that everybody else is polite people in the world. And they just walking and I want to see them run into each other. When you have two women just collide because everybody is more polite than them, and they just like, unstoppable force, immovable object. I want to see what do they do. Do they just stand there and stare at each other indefinitely? I wonder what they do at that point. Like, I'm not going to budge. I'm not going to budge either. Do they just stand there at that point? Do they collide? Do they fight? She's that type of lunatic. She's so happy knowing that she is the least polite person in the room. Let's see what this fat chick is talking. Hit the like button.
Black lady, are white women really that scared of black women? And I'm going to say yes. And this is my opinion as a white woman who is 53 years old and has lived in the South in Georgia in my entire life. But it's not being scared, but it's a fear. And it's not a physical fear. It is the mental fear. It is what we see in you and what we see you doing and how it challenges us and the fear of that. So we see Black women and we see how strong you are. We see you coming together as a community. We see you supporting each other. We see you supporting your community, supporting your families, supporting your children, going out and fighting for your rights.
Okay, I have to stop it before she even finished. She's either being white people sarcastic, A, B, on some hyper feminist stuff, or C, completely delusional. Well, because when she say fighting for your community, Black women, for the most part, are not a part of a community. Neither are Black men, but that's not by choice. Meaning, okay, what is a community? A community is a family of families. Black women don't have families. Therefore, they're not a part of families of families. So there's no community. There's no community that they're fighting for, and maybe she's getting confused when she see them, out for attention on some BLM stuff. That's not a fight for the community. Yeah. I don't know what she's talking about. I really don't. But then again, she's fat. So I'm going to say this. Some fat white women look at how comfortable it is to be a fat Black woman, and they get envious of that. There are some fat white women who, instead of wishing to be slim, they wish to be fat and Black. Why? Because Black women have successfully trained their simps. They have trained Black men to tolerate that crap. And they're envious because they have not been successful in training white men to treat fat white women the same way they treat attractive white women. Black men, we've been trained and conditioned to eat that crap. And for that, we should commit seppuku.
Being authentic in your race and in your femininity. Anyway.
She said femininity. Okay.
And we're jealous. I think we're jealous because we would love to be that, I think, and we don't know how to break out of the indoctrination that we have been suppressed by our entire lives. And I'm not giving white women a pass, don't get me wrong, but I know I and most women have been told, white women have been told our entire lives, be quiet, know your place, be a good girl, don't rock the boat, don't be too much. And when you are any of those things, you are ostracized because...
Holy shit. So she is serious. This is not a troll. This is not she's making fun of Black women. She is serious. So basically, she is envious of Black women because they come from a community where people put up with their crap. And basically, she envies that Black women are willing to take feminism to an extreme. Like they're willing to destroy their entire community for the right to be fat, unappealing, and obnoxious. So they could walk around with this, nobody could tell me what to do, and I have to listen mentality. She's upset that she comes from an environment where she has to listen. Now, she's not listening because she's fat. But there's social consequences in her community for being a fat, obnoxious, ugly chick. And those consequences are apparent on her left finger. On her left finger that is to the left of the middle finger and between the pinky finger. Her left ring finger is empty because she's a fat, obnoxious white woman. Now she is upset so she's jealous because there's so many fat, obnoxious black women with a ring on that finger, with a guy who is more handsome than she is pretty. Because black men ain't got no damn standards, especially in Georgia, where she's from. And when I say Georgia, I'm not talking about Georgia in particular. I'm talking about the non-Miami, Florida South. Y'all ain't got no damn standards. Y'all have less standards than the black man here, I should say. No standards whatsoever. You want to know how I know? Because it's a bunch of fat women from California going down there to get with y'all no standard having asses. And that's what she admires.
You have rocked their boat. And that is what black women are. You rock our boat, our mental boat, because you challenge us to look at how we are deficient and not living in our truth. And it makes us uncomfortable. And people don't like to be uncomfortable. And it makes us start to question ourselves. And people don't like to question themselves. We would rather live in our little bubble of white supremacy and what we know and comfortableness. I know that's not a word. Than
when you think about white supremacy, and it was always to the detriment of others, to the very unfortunate detriment of others. It was always like a whole, we want to make it better. We want to make it better. We want better people out of this. So a friend of mine said this. I don't know if it's true, but they said that they started like force pairing people back in the day. Back in the post mustache guy era, that they really just started going on this whole eugenics thing. And that's where you got people like Dolph Lundgren, I think his name is, the guy that played the Russian on Rocky, who's like 6'6", a genius and all that stuff. And then you have like the Boris Kodjoe, who's also European, like that wasn't an accident, that they were doing stuff. They were doing stuff. They was like, oh, you're tall, you're a genius, I want you to fuck her, or some crap like that. So, but then you have people like her, which is complete genetic garbage. Like that is the aspect of white supremacy that she's actually against. She's actually against that aspect, that there is no place in that for, she has nothing to offer a eugenics pool. She's below average in every regard. And I'm not the type of person that could look at somebody and judge their IQ, but I mean, I'm listening to her and she's not very bright. And in addition to that, she's fat. She's the exact opposite of Boris Kodjoe. Is it Kodjoe or Kudrow? Anyway, She's the exact opposite of him.
A lot of people would, white women would, rather than challenge themselves to grow and know more, because it's easy. Doing the work is hard. It's really hard. I've been doing the work the past several years, and it's hard.
Yeah, but doing
it's
crap.
hard admitting some truth.
You haven't been doing. What do you mean the work? If you did the work, you wouldn't be fat. I wonder what's going on in her head. She looked like Tamala Jones. Tamala Jones should have been more famous and had a better career than she did. But anyway, doing what work? You're already fat. It takes work to be more obnoxious to society than you already are. And you're saying that you're not doing the work. You are disgusting.
Truths about yourself and some truths about yourself as a white woman. So yeah, I think that white women are scared of black women because you challenge us in that way, and a lot of us don't like it. And
basically, black women challenge white women to be more fat, obnoxious, feminist bitches. That's what she's saying. I'm wondering if this girl here is taking that as a compliment. I hope not. I hope she's not that dim.
That's why we fear you. It's because we fear what you make us face.
I think some white girls cannot fathom that a girl who's not white can be considered prettier than them.
Yeah, you want to know why? It's because they genuinely think they're prettier than women of color. That's why. There was this girl, she was a part of this sorority on my school's campus, right? Sorority's known for, diversity. We love and accept everyone. I'm a vegan. I gave it away, but I don't care. But yeah, she would pride herself in being open and loving performative activism, I would like to say. But behind closed doors, she's saying something different. Because there was one time she was hanging out with her women of color friends in her sorority, right? Her sorority sisters. And she drunkenly said that I don't really feel uncomfortable when my boyfriend hangs around black girls, because not to be rude, I just feel like I'm going to be more attractive than a black girl. Like, she dead ass said it. Like, that was her verdict. That.
Okay. That's weird. I'm assuming that the white girl's boyfriend is black. But why would she feel uncomfortable if she feels that she would be more attractive than the black girls? Wouldn't she be uncomfortable if he was hanging out with women who are more attractive than you are? Wouldn't that make you more uncomfortable? Like, why are you uncomfortable with a dude being around a bunch of ugly broads? So, yeah, I don't see that playing out the way it is. I think that, there's parts of the story that she tweaked. And she has a bonnet on. So let's start there. She is less attractive than half of the female population. And that's black or otherwise, which means that the white woman that you're speaking of is more likely than not more attractive than you. And yet you're thinking about her. You're not even a member of the sorority. You're thinking about her and the stuff that she drunkenly say. It's weird. It's weird. And she has a bonnet on.
That's what she dropped the mic. She thought that in her mind, she is prettier than black women. She's not the only white woman that thinks that.
Well, she's prettier than you. And, there's at least a 50% chance that she's prettier than you. More than 50 as a white woman, meaning that, she is about 98% less likely to be seen in a bonnet as a white woman. So, she is likely more prettier than you just by virtue of not having a fucking bonnet on her head. So, and she probably thinks that, especially if she is. But that doesn't mean that she thinks that she's prettier than all black women. They always put the word all in there. And you're happy. You're happy that there exists a woman, a black woman, who isn't you, that's prettier than her. Crap.
A lot of them are accustomed to think, because society, of course, makes them think no matter what, because you are white, you are pretty. So therefore, everyone's going to like you. So they walk around with this mindset for years until they meet a woman of color who is pretty, especially if they're a woman of color with Eurocentric features, because we already know the upper hand they have amongst the diaspora. And then they see that that woman of color is getting more attention than them. They sit there and they will think like, what, like they literally short circuit, because they're like, wait, that's not a part of the program. I'm supposed to be the most attractive because I'm white. Remember? Why is that not working in this moment? Why is this white, black?
This is weird. This is weird. These bras are weird. You're talking about, you act like you know how a white woman feels when a more attractive woman of color walks into a room. And then when they say women of color, first of all, that is some liberal garbage. The fact that we went from color people to Afro-American to black to African-American, now we're back to people of color, is just so weird. It means that they're just playing name games, which I'm content being black, and I have been since I was born. I don't, Afro-American, that's too many syllables. Black is one damn syllable. You know, I don't want to have to like when you're a kid and you have to like bubble in your ethnicity on the standardized test. That's too many things to bubble in. African space American, black, BLACK, black. Color people bad. People of color is good. It's stupid. And then it includes everything, most of which is hotter. Just dumb broads, I swear. So I got a super chat. Let's read this. Let's see. It says, what if their confidence comes from the fact that their men conquered more than their name, while comparing that to other groups? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that is an enormous flex. That is an enormous flex. And that's something that you really don't have that edge over them. And we're not even talking about like, you know, what they did. We're talking about what they're doing. You know, their men are grateful. They're grateful because they know that they could not have done it without, white men know that they could not have done it without white women. And black men are coming to realize that we can't do it with black women, which is a horrible realization, but that's the truth. It's like white women were by their side during all of their successes. Black women were, you know, stabbing us in the back through all of our failures. They literally make movies about black women who enslaved our ancestors. And Viola Davis thought that this was empowering. Just stupid. Shout out to, I don't know how to say her name. First of all, shout out to Lupita. Shout out to Lupita. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. I don't want to mispronounce her name, so I'm not going to pronounce her name. However, shout out to her for not participating in that the homie forever crap. She's like, listen, even though she's African, She's like, I'm not going to be a part of something that champions enslavers. Viola Davis don't care as long as Black women are protected in a situation of strength. Are depicted, excuse me. Is shown in the image of strength. She don't really care. This is the foolishness. So thanks, Dig Thug. So I got 2 so far. Greatly appreciate both of you.
Black girl getting more attention than me? Why is this Hispanic girl getting more attention to me? How come no guys are coming up to me? What the heck is going on? This is not in a plan. They don't know how to act, which is why I firmly believe they just genuinely think that white women are just more attractive.
One of the things I noticed about my white mom is she didn't have any foundational relationships with Black women, but yet had a myriad of Black men in her circle. So when I see a biracial child being raised by a woman who doesn't even have Black women in her proximity, but can tokenize Black men, this indicates to me that there is a dislike for Black women.
Yes, there is.
And if they have a Black daughter.
White women, Black women represent uncomfortable growth, whilst Black.
Okay. Yes. Most people don't like culturally mainstream Black women. And that's because you have developed, I'm talking to you, Black women, you have developed a culture of defiance. So because your culture is one, I want to buck the system. Fight the power. Fight the power. Because that's your culture, nobody wants to put up with that crap. Everybody else is on some, we want to work together to build society, communities, and a better place for our children. Y'all just want to destroy everything. Y'all want to, let's take down the patriarchy. Let's take down white supremacy. Let's just tear down. Nobody wants, who wants to bring somebody into their community that reputedly wants to destroy everything around them? Even the one that was championing a Black woman said it's because y'all are disruptive. Y'all are more successful at being disruptive than we are. And this doesn't apply to non-mainstream Black women. It doesn't. They don't have problems with Black women. They have problems with a certain culture of Black women. Which means that they don't have a problem with the race. They have a problem with the culture, as I would too. It's nothing wrong with disliking certain cultures. It's nothing wrong with not wanting people who choose to participate in a certain culture around you. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Especially when that culture will disrupt anything that you have going on. I'm trying to think of a culture that outside of, mainstream Black woman culture that I truly just don't want in my company. But it would have to be that they just do something like universally absurd just to like piss people off. Like they would have to like sneeze without covering their mouth. Like right on people. There's some cultures that don't use deodorant. That's tolerable, and you could kind of respect that. Hey, that's just how they get down. It's a rainbow culture. Rainbow culture. Yes. Woke culture. Yep. Don't like that crap. So on the extreme end of cultures I like, I would have to give it to the Amish. And yeah, on the extreme end of the culture that I dislike is a new age rainbow.
Black men represent easy regression. Black men are easy for white women. 1, because they'll do what they want. 2, because they'll give white women what they want, which is usually D. 3, because they won't challenge white.
So it's a bad thing. Listen at this dude. Listen at this ninja. White women want black men because they'll give them D. And black men want white women because they give them P. See, this is the cooperation aspect. You are stupid. You are a complete moron. People don't understand like win-wins in the world. People do not understand win-wins in the world. So it was a movie. Watched it on movie night. Salute to OGJ Speed. Called, it wasn't How High. What was it? Help me out in the chat room. What's the name of that movie where Redman and Method Man went to Harvard? Redman and Method Man went to Harvard. And anyway, it was a movie. It was How High? That's okay, so I was right. It was How High. Okay. So Redman, they both were in a parking lot about to take a SAT exam or something at a junior college. And something happened to Redman's weed. You know, like the wind blew and his weed was gone. And then at the same time, Method Man didn't have any paper. He didn't have any wrapping paper. So Meth turned to Red. He said, no, one way or another. I'll forget who said it first. But Red turned to Meth and said, got weed? And then Meth turned to Red and said, you got paper? And then they became best friends. Yeah. So my point is that it made sense. It made sense. You got one person with a weed and no paper, and you got another person with paper and no weed. It makes sense to normal people, to normal freaking human beings, but not to men like this. White women like black men because they like D. It's like, yes, and black men like women because we like P. It makes sense that they get together. What do you like? What in the hell, you, in your world, in your Red and Method Man world, you would be those stupid sitting there with weed and no paper, so you can't smoke it, while the next person is in the next car with paper and no weed, just to be difficult in life. Nobody likes that type of stupidity. And that's why they have the problems and challenges that they have in the universe. Hit the like button. Spitting knowledge. Yes, I'm making too much sense. This clown is, man.
White women on anything that they say and do when it's racist. When you are not progressing, you are either static or you regress. That's why I call black men easy regression. Black women aren't going to do everything that you want. Black women aren't going to give you what you want. Black women aren't going.
Are you trying to sell white pussy to black men? Because that's what you're doing. Black women aren't going to give you everything that you want. Okay, well, I like having everything that I want. I want everything that I want because I'm not a freaking idiot. They basically created a culture of defiance and convinced dumb brothers like this that that's a good thing. You're stupid. Imagine if a restaurant owner said that. Which may be why we don't have many black businesses. Black women aren't going to give you everything that you want. Okay, I'm going to go to the restaurant that is. I want a double Whopper, extra cheese, no onion, extra mayonnaise. Light on the tomatoes. Your way, right away at Burger King now. According to him, if you go to a black woman and you ask for a double Whopper, extra cheese, no onions, light on the tomatoes, extra mayonnaise, and they give you a half of a pickle, you're just supposed to eat that shit and like it. I like not getting what I want. You're a freaking idiot. You are a fucking idiot, sir.
Going to take your feelings into consideration. They're going to get to the heart of the issue. Black women are going to challenge you on the things that you say and do that are racist. Black women are going to expect you to be better. So black women represent uncomfortable progression. And white women don't have the humanity to deal with black women.
She is just gleaming off of this. Look at her lips. She is just gleaming off of this. Here's the thing that he hasn't realized yet. And this goes to the Boyce Watkins and the Dr. Umars and stuff like that. Through all of her gleam, she's not going to fuck you. I think that you are getting closer to her pussy. I think that you are getting closer to her pussy. But you are not. You are not. You look like a Dungeons and Dragons wizard, and you have the teeth of a Lord of the Rings orc. You are a buffoon, sir. And that's really what matters. You are not any closer to her pussy than you was if you had stuck to your morals. You have simped in vain. You have simped in vain. Hold on. I mean, Derek Jackson simped in success. Derek Jackson, he simped in success. You didn't. Which means you really need to rethink life.
That's why they deal with black men, because they dehumanize black men.
People think it's hypocritical of me that I would prefer.
You dehumanize them by fucking them? By cooperating with their desires? Holy crap, she looked like a Camino. A Cameroonian. And no, that is not what you call people from Cameroon. She looks like the alien species from Clone Wars.
For my Black biracial sons, if they like women, to end up with a Black or a brown woman. And part of the reason for that is what she talks about.
Okay, so she's with the white dude if she has Black biracial sons. Okay, I'm seeing where she's going, because why does she throw in that if they like women? Where did that presumption?
White women don't have the humanity to deal with black women. That's why they deal with black men, because they dehumanize black men.
People think it's hypocritical of me that I would prefer for my Black biracial sons, if they like women, to end up with a Black or a brown woman. And part of the reason for that is what she talks about in that video.
That is the definition of hypocrite. They don't think that is hypocrisy. It is hypocrisy. What the hell? Holy crap. Holy crap. I'm trying to think of like an analogy, and the only one I could come up with that's as stupid as that statement, I would be like, people think it's stupid of me for thinking that everybody who played for the 49ers should be 49 years old. It is stupid. It is stupid. It is hypocritical. Okay.
Most white women do not have any foundational relationships with Black women or women of color. And it might be more selfish of me than hypocritical, because I would like to have a genuine relationship with a woman that they are in a relationship with. Now, if they're gay, we will be just fine. And it's because of this lack.
This is so annoying. So essentially, what you're saying is you either don't like the company of white women or you're intimidated by them. Because you seem to be okay if your sons are gay, because they won't be bringing a white woman home. So if your sons, who are half white themselves, were to say, hey, mom, here's a white girl, you would say, well, what about Chad? You know, isn't he handsome? Don't you want to suck his penis? That's what you would be saying. At the end of the day, all of what she's saying just confirms that it's really all about having her beauty validated. That's it. When she got with her husband, he validated her beauty. Now she wants her sons to continue with that validation. If they're gay, it's not invalidating the beauty. You know, it's their preference. So they're not turning down Black women. They're turning down all women. But she don't want her sons to choose another group of women's beauty over yours. But they are. And the reason why they are isn't because of, well, it's going to be largely due to you. You see, many Black women are such terrible mothers that what winds up happening is that their sons go for the absolute opposite image of their horrific mothers. It's the opposite of an Oedipus complex. Well, actually, I guess the opposite would be a girl who don't want to do her father, which is regular, but nevertheless, it's not the Oedipus complex. It's I don't want to have anything to do with this chick.
Lack of a relationship that I will, of course, question what kind of problem my son has with Black or brown women. The hypothetical thought of it makes me tired. The amount of work it feels like it would take to have a genuine relationship with them, just to find out after you do all of this work, they do some like white woman BS. Knowing the issues that so many white mom biracials experience, thinking of my poor 1/4 Black grandchildren dealing with that, it would be a lot. And mind you, it wouldn't really matter if my sons were monoracial or whatever. It would be the same issues with a white woman, daughter-in-law, girlfriend relationship. But because my children are biracial, people think that I should not have that opinion. But I'm still a Black woman. And I have already had conversations.
I'm wondering if she's still with these boys' father. I can't imagine a person putting up with crap like this for too long. Man, this is annoying. She looks just like Tamala Jones. Dang, it's uncanny. Tamala Jones is the woman from Booty Call that's not Vivica Fox. So yeah, she don't want her sons to say that she's ugly, but it's okay if they say that their grandmother is ugly.
With women in my partner's family where I'm just like, you are white womaning me and I'm not going to have it. So it's completely selfish. I just want him to make it easy on me. I have only boys. And if some woman would be bothered with them.
She wanted girls. She wanted girls. She looked like the woman on Lean on Me that snitched on Joe Clark. The guy, Morgan Freeman with the bat. She looked just like that bitch. In fact, that probably is her. I bet you she the one that snitched on Joe Clark. I knew her from somewhere. Notice how she really wants daughters. She was hoping that she had light-skinned daughters. But since she didn't, she wants daughter-in-laws that she can relate to. That's because what she wants to do is she wants to continue the sisterhood culture. What is up with this device? Hold on, right quick. Oh, is that what's going on? Hold up, y'all. I'm multitasking. Okay, so that's what it is. All right. Yep. All right. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so she wanted daughters. See, sisterhood women, they want to keep the sisterhood alive. And they want to spread their teachings, their legacy of sisterhoodness and defiance. They want to spread that as far as possible. Now, a daughter gives her that opportunity. But if she can't do that, she wants a daughter-in-law. Meaning that if her son brings home a Black woman who's not a part of the sisterhood, she's going to corrupt that daughter. And she's going to treat the relationship and advise her son in a way that benefits the daughter, not the son. Kind of like on Baby Boy, where, she was giving Jody advice, but it was really to Yvette's benefit. Like, how would you like it if somebody did the same thing you do to these girls to Yvette or to me? It's like, I don't give a shit. I don't think about you when I'm fucking my baby mamas. What in the hell is going on? I'm multitasking. Bear with me. All right. I gotta look at that later.
In the future, if they like women at all, I just want to have a cool ass relationship.
Dang, everything is just going wrong today. Organized chaos here, people. Bear with me. All right.
I don't want to deal with all the bullshit.
I'm talking about people who have 4B, 4C, or even 4A, dark brown.
I saw that her page is private, so but quickly, how long have there been 4C wigs that are good quality, that are natural hair on the market?
Holy crap.
Quickly. And who have been making those wigs, like actually making them, that are affordable? Okay. Okay. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
In a video that was about 2 days ago of a
Okay. Oh, crap. First of all, they do make those wigs. Just ask Ronald McDonald. Ask Homie the Clown. Ask Sideshow Bob and Sideshow Mel. They make those wigs and they're for clowns. But nevertheless, Jesus, she's trying to use the same argument that they use on why they fat. And that is, well, we would eat peas and carrots every day, but there's a nutrition desert in the hood. There is a nutrition desert because there's a desert of people who are looking for nutritious food. It's not like y'all just dying to spend y'all EBT on healthy foods. No. Miss me with that. It's out of necessity. You know, the reason why the market doesn't exist, and it does. They're just saying that. They all have access to fruit. They just walk past it to get to the hostess section. Yes, the food desert is a myth. You could go to 7-Eleven right now and get a banana. But you don't. So miss me with this whole food stuff. Just because, you know, you get all of your food out of the liquor store doesn't mean that there is a food desert. But y'all haven't built up a market for nutrition anyway. So it just rots. Nevertheless, that's neither here nor there. She's trying to apply that to the whole wig thing. Basically, what she's trying to presume and trying to get us to believe was that if they had 4C wigs, they would buy them. Shut your stupid ass up. No, you wouldn't. You would buy your own damn hair? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the entire fuck up. All right? First of all, they do sell cheap 4C. It's called Velcro. It's called tennis balls. And you're fat with a bonnet because you choose to be. Let me read Super Chat. Dig Thug, greatly appreciate you. It says, she sounds stupid. Young black women don't even respect older black women, by the way. YouTube wouldn't let me send a full statement. Well, say what's on your mind. You don't have to send in a super chat. Just say what's on your mind. They respect the older black women who, well, really, you're right. Because it's really more of a respect that the older black women have towards them. See, disrespects and disconnects come between daughter and mother when the mother is telling to daughter to do the things that she needs to do versus what she wants to do. However, sisterhood tells their daughter to do whatever they want and that there's no consequences for these things. You could wear a bonnet in public. They'll still love you just the same. Stuff like that. Okay, now let's see what she has to say. She looked worse with her mouth open. All right, let's see.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
In a video that was about 2 days ago of a brother who actually was so shocked to the fact that some pine-colored women are so surprised anytime they say that a black...
Holy crap, I don't understand her words. I think her accent is the same as Melly Monaco's, which is another one where I don't know what the fuck she is.
Dude is attracted to a black woman. Like, they feel so shocked. They feel so, oh, I thought that I am the most attracted. So you just have to, like, most of these pink-colored women who often think that they are...
No, I think she's saying pink-colored women as if that's an insult. Oh, they're pink-colored women. I mean, I hate to think that they would ever call you shit-colored women, but just saying. Just saying. They haven't showed any evidence of jealousy. Not a bit of evidence of jealousy.
Better of black women feel so uncomfortable anytime they say that a black love is striving. What I mean is, when they say that a black man is actually dating a black woman, they feel so uncomfortable. They see you in some type of way, like, oh, I thought that you guys are not actually attracted to each other. Like, how would you even love or like a black woman? And this brother even went as far as explain.
Okay. Oh crap. They're fabricating. Okay, so she's insane. She's delusional. So she's fabricating this whole jealousy, fellas. If and when you're out with a white woman, do you get jealousy from black women? And if and when you're out with a black woman, do you get jealousy from white women? Like, which one happens more often? And listen what this means. Now, what does this mean for you, black man? It means that if you are walking around with a broad like this, she's like, yeah, I'm making these white girls jealous. It's like, okay. Secret competition. Like, black man, black women is really what's supposed to be. Even if you're not on a super pro-black thing, just the fact that you were raised in proximity with them means that they had first access to you. Now, so many of them refuse, but they did have the first chance, so you're more likely to wind up with them. But she's like, yeah, this is making white girls jealous. Nobody's getting jealous of people who are with their own people. Like, what the hell? So white women are just saying, I should be with him. Holy crap. I've seen Keisha's in the supermarket, look in their baskets, not one piece of fruit, vegetables, or meat. Just ramen noodles, chips, and soda. Yeah. I think that's going to change because what's his name? RFK. RFK is putting restrictions, junk food restrictions on food stamps. So I do think that we're going to see like a lot fewer fat bitches, like when this take hold, if this is effective. But thanks for the super chat. So we got 4. My target is 5. So greatly appreciate it. Everybody that contributed.
How some of these pan-colored women often do not like Black women's hair and the way at which they carry their hair. And I took my time to read some of his commentaries. A lot were agreeing with him. So many even left a commentary that, there's one comment in his section that actually took my attention. And this commenter actually wrote that his mother was actually working for a pan-colored family, like a cleaner or something. And one day, the mom decided to, leave her hair, and the husband to these pan-colored women were like trying to admire the hair, like your hair is so beautiful. Now the wife was so upset and had to threaten his mom to, not to leave her hair all down, that she really needs to tie her hair up if she wants to continue working here. And I was like, why all of this jealousy with the hair thing? And now I am coming across this particular video, for you.
Okay. I only understood like 70% of what the fuck she said. They are looking for ethnic compliments anywhere they could find it. Yes, a woman don't want her husband fucking the maid. That's not like a ethnic jealousy thing. That is I don't want my husband fucking the maid. Shout out to Arnold Schwarzenegger. By the way, for those of you who don't know, he fucked the maid and had a half Spanish kid as a result of that. But they just take that as a compliment. Oh, she's threatened by the hair. Well, yes, men have a tendency to want to fuck their maid. So women like, listen, I want your hair up. I want your tits in. And I want your dress long. That's a completely natural thing, but they're just so jealous of the power of our hair. Holy crap. Holy crap.
Just pop up. And this lady was just proving everyone right. So this lady is calling Black women insecure, all because they wear wigs.
Okay, listen. Somebody said something. Let me respond. Because I really have to break it up because maybe because Millie Monaco is hotter, I tolerate the accent more. But it's not that it's bad. It's just that it's very difficult to comprehend. So it says, I have to be honest. I love women who clean, and yes, I love maids. Everybody do. Listen. And women, y'all listen too. If your occupation is in a lingerie store or an erotic clothing store, then you have what's called a sexy occupation. You can go to an erotic clothing store and you'll see like a maid uniform, a nurse's uniform, a stewardess uniform. This is by design. Men are attracted to women that serve them. We are attracted to women that cook for us. We're attracted to women that clean for us. We're attracted to women who gives us peanuts on the airlines, and opens up a box of orange juice and pours it into the thing. And give me those wafers that they serve at American Airlines. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Those cookies. And if you fly Spirit Airlines, fuck you. Because you don't get nothing. You starve until you get to your destination. You don't get nothing. That's what you get for flying Spirit. You're stupid. That's the worst thing you can fly. Yes, we want somebody to give us a sponge baths and stuff like that. You want to know why there's no doctors in those clothing stores? It's because we don't fantasize about a bitch giving us brain surgery. Nobody does. We don't fantasize about a bitch we don't fantasize about a cardiologist. That's just not hot. And she don't understand that. But the woman who was married to, he understands that this chick is walking around with her hair out and a fucking maid outfit, knowing damn well that she has maid outfits in the closet that she wears for her husband in private. She know exactly what's going on. She's protecting her damn family from a man that thinks like me and you.
Or they look in any different shape and form. Like, they don't like it when a black woman look different. Like, you know how sometimes we can wear long, short, like we can braid any kinds of hairstyle that we feel like they don't like that. They feel so uncomfortable with that. They are in competition with people who are not even in competition with them.
She is projecting like a motherfucker. In order for your statement to have any substance, you would have to be able to say emphatically that she wouldn't have the same problem if a non-black woman was in a maid outfit with her hair down in the house. And then let's just say if you take the sex stuff aside, let's just say you take that aside. There's still the aspect of, I don't want your damn hairs everywhere. Like, you're here to clean. I don't want your hair in the places that you should clean. I don't want to come to my bedroom and there is your hair in my bed. And I know it's yours, not mine, because it's a different texture.
Like, these women, you were all, attacking and trying, oh, yeah, they don't like wearing their hair. They're so, uncomfortable with their hair. They feel insecure with their hair. Like, what is your business with the way at which these women tend to live their life? Like, how are you so comfortable in the business of someone that does not even care about you, that don't know if you exist or not? The way at which these people are having sleepless nights, it's just so alarming. Like, seriously. When this brother was sharing his story, which I posted here 2 days ago, and he was like, oh, they were just talking about the hair thing, and the women were like, why are you so attracted to a black woman? I was like, is he actually making this up? But this particular video, the first stitch that I stitched, actually, gave me all my answers. So these women, some of these women are just jealous of black women just like that. People who do not even, who are not in your business. You just constantly want to be in their business. You're jealous to the fact that they are finding love, or their own brothers, or they are finding love in their own race. Like, you think that you are just...
You haven't showed anything. You went through a whole TikTok reel, and you haven't found like white women saying that I can't stand when I see a black man with a black woman. I would rather him be with me. You don't really see that. You don't really see white women saying that I believe that I deserve first right to refusal because I am more beautiful than every black woman on the planet. Because that's what you're asserting. And you haven't really displayed any evidence of that at all.
Like,
and you're not finding love with your own brothers. You women are not finding love with anyone. They only want your validation to make white women jealous.
You should be the center of everything. Everyone should love you. I shouldn't love any other person. Like, I don't understand. You think everybody fantasize about you, everybody at which they, like, you want people to only get attracted to you and not... Oh my God. When I saw the first clip I stitched, I was just seeing someone that is so jealous. And the worst part of it is that this lady, the first lady I stitched her video, was actually married to a black man. Like, she is married to a black man, and she have all of that audacity to come out for a sister, to come out for black women, calling them insecure because they have different hair types or they put on wigs, as if pink-colored women don't wear hair.
Oh, crap. This woman's accent and the dumb crap she is saying behind the accent. Her accent and the stuff that she is saying, for whatever strange reason, makes me want to fuck Melly Monaco a little bit less. For some strange reason. She's doing the whole damn accent a disservice. That's what she's doing. She's doing a whole damn accent a disservice. I remember when I first seen Melly Monaco, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna bite her hair, lick her eyelids, and fuck her accent. Now it's like, this is just annoying.
Extension, as if like white women also wear hair extension. Most of them, their hairs are not even full, so they try to put some hair extension and clip to make it fuller. Like, why are you people so obsessed? Why are you so angry?
You're obsessed. You know their whole routine, and you're talking about it.
Black women, like, what have melanated women done to you? Oh, like, even if they feel that they want to.
And the first woman, this woman here, the most attractive white woman on this show, is married to a black man, and it seems like that bothers you more. That is projection like a motherfucker. To say that it bothers her to see you with a black man, and we haven't seen you with a black man, but somehow it bothers her to see you with a black man, as opposed, but you made it clear that it bothers you to see her with a black man. Ah, damn it, commercial.
Everybody fantasize about you. Everybody, at which they, like, you want people to only get attracted to you and not. Oh my God. When I saw the first clip I stitched, I was just seeing someone that is so jealous. And the worst part of it is that this lady, the first lady I stitched her video, was actually married to a black man. Like, she is married to a black man, and she have all of that audacity to come out for a sister, to come out for black women, calling them insecure because they have different hair types or they put on wigs, as if pink-colored women don't wear hair extension.
She does not like this. She does not like the fact that this woman is married to a man that black women have rejected, and she found happiness, and she has critiques about the community that her daughter will associate with.
As if like white women also wear hair extension. Most of them, their hairs are not even full, so they try to put some hair extension and clip to make it fuller. Like, why are you people so obsessed? Why are you so angry at black women? Like, what have melanated women done to you? Oh, like, even if they feel that they want to mind their business, you guys will actually look for ways to bring them in your own business. All I'm saying is someone that is so.
Black women never mind their own fucking business. Ever. Go to World Star Hip Hop right now and show me the black woman that was minding her own damn business. Go to YouTube right now and you know, find one that just minds her own damn business.
Mad. Maybe probably her husband or maybe fiance or whatever is getting attracted back to a black woman and is making her to feel this pain. The worst part, she's married to a black guy and she has all of it.
That is the second Or third time she said that. That is really getting in your vagina. That is, and that's the only thing getting in it, I'm sure. That is really getting in your vagina. She's married to a black guy.
That's the audacity to talk about black women. Like, seriously. Another thing that needs to chip is that some black men actually give these people the nerves that they have. They give them the that they have to talk down on people that look like me. Like, nobody is offended. Nobody's trying to, like, you are yourself. You have the right to get attracted to anyone you want to get attracted to. But please, when you're doing that, when you're dating, or most of you that date outside of your race, when doing that, please do it respectfully. When you say that your woman is out of faith coming for your,
I do it how the fuck I please. Why? Because I'm from East Oakland. Shout out to Too Short. I live my life just how I please, satisfying one person. I know that's me. I do it as I motherfucking please.
your sister. Try as much as you can to defend your sister, because this has to stop into.
Try as much as you can to defend your sister. I live my life just. Notice how she didn't say defend your wife, defend your girlfriend, defend your fiance. See, notice how the only titles that black women have collectively through with black men are titles that are unearned, that didn't require sacrifice on either party's part. These aren't chosen titles. You don't choose your sister. You don't choose your mother. You don't choose your aunt. You choose your wife. You choose your girlfriend, and they choose you in return. But she knows that that's not going on. She knows that that's not going on. So it's like, listen, if you're not going to do it for your wife, because we're not going to be wives, because we can't be cooperative members of families or communities, so we're not going to be that, but we're still your sister. So, kind of just defend us and make us appear desirable.
2025. Like, I'm just so done with some of these man men coming to rub shoulders with black women who doesn't even care about you. Like, any of this, and I just leave your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please do not forget that we do not stop.
Let's see what else you got. Okay, so she's political. I'll just leave it at that. Let's read some comments. Creole exoticals are fighting. So y'all may see me cover this tomorrow. I'm curious. In the words of Mariah Carey, why are you so obsessed with me? Holy crap. Who's the obsessed one? Okay. If you don't like black people, stay away from us. Well, she likes her husband. Don't talk about us. Don't follow us. Don't inquire about us. They do. She lives her life just how she please. Black women are rare jewels. Holy crap. No amount of hate can ever change that. All right, let's go with that. What would make black women a rare jewel? Really, what would make any ethnicity of women a rare jewel, or any race of women, I should say, a rare jewel? Like, Chinese men in China aren't calling Chinese women rare jewels because they're in China. All right. As a black woman, I decided I'm not going to be bothered by envy and ignorance. Okay. Does that mean that you're not going to be envious or ignorant? And when us black women just decide to not even respond, but you're responding to somebody that responded, okay, it would be better for us. It would be. It would be. Being silent sends a powerful message and takes power back from the ones that always wanting to run their mouths, along with being, oh, finally a black woman who let me thumbs up this one. Finally a black woman who understands the power of shutting the fuck up. There ain't nothing more beautiful than a black queen, a beautiful black woman. I mean, you know, like you have to have more than being black to, one, be a queen, and the two, be beautiful. You actually have to be beautiful. And then at that point, then yes, you could say there's nothing more beautiful than a beautiful black woman. Really, to be completely accurate, it would be there's nothing more beautiful than the most beautiful black women. But I digress. I'm 60. My 50-year-old white friend told me she's jealous because I don't have any wrinkles. I could see that. White people do age like trash. But the stuff that they have control over, the women at least, the men sometimes take to the dad bod Homer Simpson shit. The women do seem to stay within reasonable shape for a very freaking long time. But no, they do age like trash. Just complete hot garbage. All right. Literally nobody says anything, then they get lip injections, spray tans, Botox, nose jobs. Okay. Y'all really feel like y'all get your beauty validated when they get lip injections? Yes. Black women have full lips and men like it. These words are true. The way we live rent-free in these women's heads is insane. Well, they are living rent-free in your head. It's just that it seems like it's a smaller apartment. And they're actually living rent-free on your head because, you know, the way you do your hair. And I use the word your hair loosely. No wonder why they age horrible after 21. No, they age horrible after 32. But not after 21. They worry about the wrong things and never worry about themselves. Black women, you're squandering your genetic advantage. I'm not going to take the lips away from you. I'm not even going to take the melanin away from you, or I like the color as well, and the hair texture. Y'all have all the natural advantages in the world. Y'all just fuck it up. Y'all just fuck it up by being fat as hell and putting a bonnet on your head. That's your fuck up. That's like a 7'2" dude not going to basketball practice. That's your fuck up. I mean, you have every genetic advantage there is. You just fuck up. Natural born fuck ups. The African American Zoo was a real thing. The Louisiana law called it Tiggin. It was a real thing. Okay, so yeah, that was a real thing. So what? Black women can't be replaced. Well, their hair can. Nothing's more precious than a black woman, than a cooperative black woman. See, you don't just, they want these, it's like the term big, beautiful women. Like, you actually have to be beautiful. You can't just be a big woman and you earn the extra B just by being a big woman. You actually have to be the thing. You actually have to be precious. And I'm not talking about Gabrielle Sidibe. You actually have to be precious. Totally agree. I remember somewhere I worked, white women hated me because I got more attention from men than they did. Why is it a fucking competition? Like, this is why modern dating sucks. Because women aren't out looking for dick. They're out looking for attention. This is why nightclubs are empty, because bitches like this just go around like trying to see how many guys talk to them. It's like, well, are you gonna fuck any of these guys? So guys have decided to stop wasting their time. Black women are born with blonde, red, auburn hair. Holy fucking Christ. Blue/hazel, green eyes. Okay. When you are the base race, meaning that all other races stem from you, and their features are genetic anomalies or mutations of your features, including things like hazel eyes and blue eyes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Its nature would dictate that there are going to be some pure-blooded Africans with blue eyes, because the original people, the first blue-eyed people were Africans whose eyes were blue. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. That doesn't mean it's the genetic norm. In fact, it's by definition not. So miss me with that. Okay, geez, just leave us alone. I think I finally had it with them. You are responding to her post. No more rage bait video. From now on, when they speak, I will only hear air. Good. Now, I actually have a brain, so I never really hear air. Like, it's always moving with things like thoughts. But hey, you do you. And put on black hoodie, noise canceling headphones. Okay. We have to stop caring what white people in general think. All right. Black woman, God took his time when he created y'all from his own image. So this is another simp. Listen, look at this. Thank you for recognizing us for the queens we are. Fuck him. Are you going to fuck him? This is the life of a simp. Oh, queen, my beautiful black queen. And then you get 123 thumbs up, not a dick suck in sight, not a blowjob in sight. What do you ever get with all these panders? Hold on. Nothing more beautiful in the world than a precious black woman. Okay, now what's going to follow in these two replies are women that aren't going to fuck him. Let's have a listen. Thank you, brother. Oh, and then that's you responding back to her. All you get is a shitty thank you. I'm just speaking the truth. Appreciate you, sister. This was 5 days ago. You're not gonna hear from this bitch again. You're just throwing messages out there like this in every venue you get, hoping to get laid, and it's never going to happen. Because they want a man that they can respect, not a man that worships them blindly based on the fact that they're black. You're a fucking idiot. Here, I'm going to look for some more pander comments. Oh, wait, she responded to this one. We know they're jealous. They're mad. We don't care. If we look like them, we'd be mad too. Holy crap. Okay. Well, if your men ruled the world, they'd be mad too. How about that? Like when it rains. And then she just does the laugh face. Aren't y'all the ones that can't be in the rain because of your hair? When it's raining or when the sun is shining. Facts. Okay, so enough of this foolishness. All right, let's see. Y'all just don't understand black girl magic. Holy crap! What about white women magic? The magic to produce men that rule the fucking world. Oh, crap. Okay. So this woman here, Alexis Graham, I was at her, I was on her show. And salute to her show. I was on her show maybe like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And we was talking about the importance of fathers in a household, right? And everybody was agreeing. Even Alexis. They were like, yes, it is important. It produces better men. It produces better sons and blah, 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 blah. And then an older black woman comes up. And she says, well, our kids ain't got no daddy and they doing just fine. They keep one toe in the hood and they say yes, ma'am, and no, sir, and all that. Just completely dismantled everything that we spent like the previous hour talking about. And I don't really blame the women there because you're taught to respect your elders. You're taught to have like a certain deference of your elders, but the elders are teaching crap. Even if the children were one-off exceptions, it's still one-off exceptions. The norm is you should seek wholeness in a family. And to dismantle that message that was just weird. Even my husband noticed. You ain't got no damn husband. Even my husband noticed when we are out to dinner, white women stare at me. Okay. White men are also uncomfortable when white men is drawn to black women. I think they mean white women. Especially if the man is wealthy and well respected. Maybe. We know that you guys are uncomfortable when black men are drawn to white women. Black is beautiful. I'm spreading love from Memphis, Tennessee. Didn't say that it wasn't. Beauty has to be maintained. Black men have always loved black women. No brainer. Black men are black, so of course they love their own women. I'm a black woman. I wear my natural hair in locks. Not all black women wear wigs. Yeah, we know that. Black men gave these women permission to feel the way they do. They don't need permission to feel anything. They're mad because they're mad because they're born in basic. Yeah, that's why. Okay. How mad are they? All right. I see many black, beautiful women everywhere, every day. Okay. Listen. When they give compliments like that, it means that there is a low expectation. That's like saying I see many smart black people. I seen one the other day. Like, really? I'm going to wear what the fuck color hair I want. Pink, blue, I can wear black. Yeah. And people can have their opinion on that. Oh, here we go. And this is an all caps guy. So you know he's a freaking moron. Speaking for myself as a black man, I don't deal with Caucasian women platonically or intimately. You don't deal with any woman platonically or intimately, sir. And they don't deal with you. It's not like they throwing panties at you. Like, you got one, they just said rare. That's it. This one got 3 responses. All right, here we go. Black women have always been the platinum/gold standard in everything they do. If you have the opportunity, take some time and thank black women today. Love you, sis. Let's see if they throw some panties at you. Let's see. Dream on. Thanks. And a bunch of emojis. None of them are going to be in your DMs, sir. White women can only get black men who self-hates. That's because you define self-hate that's because you define self-hate as a man getting with a white woman. So of course it's going to seem like that's the definition. Come on now. People, you got to be smarter. You got to be smarter. That's like saying, prison is full of prisoners. Prison is full of people who are guilty of crimes. Well, that's because you define criminals and you put them in prison. Like, that's what the hell? Now, some people are falsely convicted. This is just retarded. All right. I agree that the majority of white women go after self-hating black men. Holy crap. Press 1 in the chat room if you had a white woman come up to you and say, hey, do you hate yourself? White women go after heterosexual black men who want cooperative women. Why do they think they're entitled to black men? Why do you think you're entitled to black men? They not like us. Kendrick said it. The song is bigger than a rap battle. Okay. I don't think that they want to be like you. We can pull off the blame white women, but help reinforce those beliefs in other women. All right, let's see. Oh, let's hear this story. I had a white female friend from college that, actually, I'm going to close down. Unless I get one more, I don't know, anything, $2, whatever. Because I've been at it for like 2.5 hours. I had a white female friend from college that liked black men. That was funny whatsoever. We go to a club. Just say when he's around beautiful black women, Seems like he forgets he's with her. She asked me, why isn't he paying me any attention? Because attention is a must for white women. It seems to be a must for every woman. Meaning her only, no other woman. Okay. I told her he's just having fun dancing and being back. And be back. I don't want to say he's not passing up the beautiful sisters for her. All right. You're not her friend. Let's start there. You're not her friend. I want to talk about the whole attention thing. Men, you have to guard your attention the way women guard their pussy. Okay, got the $2. Don't just give it away because they want it. You have to guard your attention like they guard their pussy. You have to. That's another reason why I don't online date, because it requires, that you give a mass amount of women attention with very little response to that. Like it's a hotbed for women who are just seeking attention and validation. So I'm like, reserve that. You'll never see me thumb up a bitch on Instagram. Like, why? Press 1 in the chat room if you thumb up in a bitch ever led you to putting your dick in her mouth. Press 1 in the chat if that has ever happened. Like, well, it started with me thumb upping her, and next thing you know, she sucked my dick and cooked me breakfast. Like, why are you giving free validation? Y'all are the reason these broads are fucked up. If it don't apply to you, let it fly. Y'all are the reasons these broads are fucked up. And I'm not against validating a valid woman for a reasonable possibility of sex. Or I'm not even against giving occasional compliments to a woman who is worthy of a compliment. I'm not against these things. However, modern society overdoes it. And that's because of the internet, the social media. It's gotten to a point where it's like, okay. Like, it's okay to give $1 to a homeless person from time to time. But once you see that they're getting rich off the shit, it's like, whoa. GameChanger saw a projection, black women perm and put their woman's hair on their head, and all to still be rejected. Well, you're always going to be a lesser form of the thing. Okay, for example, during the days of the Roman Republic, they had a Roman defector, who fought to liberate Spain. At the time, it was Hispania. It was due to be a Roman colony, a Roman territory. The rebels said, we are not going to, who was a Roman commander who defected. He said, listen, we're not going to beat the Romans by fighting like Romans, but worse. We're not going to imitate their fighting style and then fight them. that's how you lose. They have perfected their own fighting style. So we are going to come up with a style that counters theirs. Same as with the American Revolution. They didn't want to like stand up and go against the British head up. The British is known for that. They're known for like marching in columns, one person fires and then goes to the back, and the other person fires, then goes to the back, and then they just do that in rotation with the muskets. They are known for that crap. They are not going to go head up with them like that. They are not going to go head up on their terms. That's what they're not going to do. Same with the Vietnamese. They're like, oh, am I supposed to go bullet for bullet with America? Ha! I'm going to hit you with something you haven't seen before. I'm not going to go bomb for bomb, bullet for bullet with you. These women are going blonde for blonde, blue for blue with white women, and wonder why you keep losing. Now, you're not going pound for pound with them. I noticed that, but yes. Exactly. You gotta do it your own way. So yeah, you're going to keep losing if you do it their way, unless you find a way to do it better, like black men in, say, boxing, at least in the past. But yeah, it's like, okay, you could try to beat them at their own game, but how has that worked for you so far? Actually, black women with darker skin on average have a disadvantage. Okay, let's listen. Dr. Peter Frost said what all research points to: lighter skin is more attractive to men in general than darker skin. Maybe, and it's probably true. So what? Listen, and listen to me good. You can't dictate what my dick takes. If I like light skin, for whatever reason, it's my prerogative. I could do who I want to do. It's my prerogative. This is just how I want to live. It's my prerogative. I do light skin too. I don't give a fuck what scientific method is attributed to what makes me want to fuck Ethiopian women so bad. I just know that I do. And I don't have to justify it. I don't have to excuse it, and I don't have to balance the scale. Fellas, you don't owe a bitch shit. Let's start there. You do not owe her shit. You don't. Put it like this. Have they ever balanced the scale for your dick, Mr. Charlie? Let's say you're part of a demographic that women are naturally less attracted to. Say you're short, right? Do you hear women getting together and saying, short men are disproportionately fucked? They're fucked less. So I'm going to go out and find myself a short king and suck his dick to balance the scale. Do they ever say, think, or do crap like that? No. I don't have to balance my dick I don't have to split dick with you. Fuck that. And let me show you something. I'm going to show you I'm going to show you an example of this whole don't owe you shit mentality. Hold on. Danica Marie's going live soon. Cool. All right, I think it was yesterday I seen this video. Here it is. It was yesterday.
And kicked another passenger off the bus, and he had a good reason. A pregnant woman was about to sit in an empty seat when it was quickly taken by someone else. She told the guy that she thought the seat was empty, but he responded rudely.
I'm so sorry, I thought the seat was open.
No anymore. This behavior didn't sit well with another man nearby who decided to step in.
She asked you if you could maybe get up so she could sit down. I've been working withdrawal, dude. I'm going home. I'm tired.
He wasn't satisfied with the response and continued to defend the woman.
She's pregnant.
But what the guy said next shocked everyone.
My baby.
That was the last straw for the hero, and he threatened the rude man.
How about you stand up and let her sit down, or I'm going to stand you up.
The jerk didn't like that response and made a giant mistake.
Oh, no! Okay, here, sit down. Have her sit down.
This man kicked another passenger off the bus, and he had a good reason.
Okay. Here's the thing. I think that the brother took it too far. Am I suggesting that you be an asshole and take pregnant women's seat on the bus? Fuck no. Yet, by all rights, he don't owe her anything. Is he an asshole? Yes. Would I ever do something like that? No. No. Not even if she wasn't pregnant. If I see somebody about to sit down, I'll just stand up. And especially if they're diminished in any way. Now, we're not going to ignore, or we shouldn't ignore, all the other people, particularly this young white woman in a red dress who's also seated. I mean, she didn't yield her seat to the pregnant woman, even when all this shit was going down. But she's not obligated to. The man is. Now, the brother was wrong. He wasn't wrong to say, don't you think you should, get up and allow her to sit down? He wasn't wrong to say that, especially since, he did what he did. Like, he rushed to the seat before her. So he wasn't wrong to make that suggestion, but it's just a suggestion. It's just a suggestion. You don't have to say, stand up or I'm going to stand you up. That's now you like Black Knighting and shit like that. Everybody was right and everybody was wrong. Am I mad at how this played out? No, I'm not mad. Dude was being an asshole and he got tossed off the bus for that. He had a point. I mean, it is not his baby. He's in no way obligated to do that. So I see all sides in that. I'm gonna say it looks staged. It don't really look staged to me. I don't know. Somebody said that was a big nigga, he wouldn't have done that. Well, I don't know. He seemed like not huge, but he definitely was bigger than him. And it was clear that he can't take him. So don't throw your sandwich wrappings at somebody unless you're willing to back it. And he obviously wasn't. So, that's that. I mean, he did do that to somebody that was bigger than him, and he wasn't ready to back it. I don't see like what 10 more pounds of muscle that would have changed that. Okay. Mr. Charlie said something. And okay, I see what you're saying. It's not about justifying what men like. It's an explanation of why they act how they act. No. See, here's the thing. We like big titties too. Men have a bias for tiggo bitties. By your logic, Asian women who don't have tiggo bitties, they have bodies like their report cards, A's and B's. They don't have tiggo bitties. But do they act like black women? Do they challenge men's right to want big titties? Or do they make up for it in other ways? Like, are dark-skinned women becoming more cooperative and submissive like Asian women are? Or are they becoming more belligerent, obnoxious, and bonnet? So no, it doesn't explain why they act. I mean, like, because they're acting the opposite of every other deficient group of women out there. They said it best, and I agree. Black women age better. What do white women do? They marry earlier. See, understanding a deficiency and adapting to said deficiency in ways that make sense. This is not a, like, what they're doing is they're challenging your right to like what you like. Asian women aren't saying you shouldn't like big titties. They're like, okay, you like the big titties, but me sucky long time. And they do. That's how you're supposed to react. Many black women is on some inexplicably opposite shit. They just are. And the more, I'm gonna be honest. I think black men and black women just do shit to piss other people off and confuse them. And I'm gonna give an example. The movie Dolomite. I didn't see that. Well, I seen snippets of it. I never sat down and watched it as a kid. And my dad didn't watch it either. Like, no adult that I know watched it. But it was right around the time that Bebe's Kids came out. And, the dude that died, I forget his name, he used to always talk about Dolomite. And then they like, way down in the jungle deep, a monkey stepped on a signified lion's feet. I was like, what the fuck? And then one day I was feeling real blaxploitationist. And I looked at the movie and I thought that niggas was just purely retarded for ever liking something like this. And I've seen blaxploitation movies that were good, like The Mac. That was some bullshit. That was some garbage. I think that they just pretended to like it just to piss people the fuck off. That did not make any sense whatsoever. And I'm thinking that every now and again, black people do stuff that don't make any damn sense just to confuse and bewilder normal people. I kid you not. I think that that's what they do all the damn time. That movie made no fucking sense. I think they just pretend to like it just to confuse white folk. We agree, GC. It's not just one issue. Black women, however, are not just darker and have nappy hair, which means don't generally like anyway. Okay. But then compounded with stank attitudes and babies and STDs. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like the action don't justify the reaction. Like it don't make sense. It's like they fall up. It's like they don't do the shit that regular people do. It's like they jump off a building and go up. It's like what the hell? Like that didn't make sense. It's a surprisingly bad movie with a great reputation. Listen, it only has a great reputation. I'm telling you, I get the feeling that they do it just to fucking piss off white people or to confuse them. So at the time, white people are trying to figure out what black people like so they can corner the whole blaxploitation market. So they could start making movies for black people, you know, like blockbuster color purple style movies. They're trying to figure out what black people like so they can emulate it and sell it back to them. You know, that's why you had people, and then you started getting people in the 80s like Mr. T, Action Jackson, you know, rest in peace. I forget it's that Carl Weathers. You know, you start having movies like that. And then white people slowly start digging their fingers in the black pockets. But they first have to figure out what black people like. And then, you know, something like Dolomite comes out and they just give up. I think that's why they did it. So they could just give up. Like, listen, don't try to figure out what we like. We like some retarded shit. Like, figure out why we like this and then start making movies. And it took them like 10 years before they actually attempted, like, oh crap, I don't know what these niggas like. White people can never make something like Dolomite and we like it. It's so retarded that they would like, what lion and monkey? What the hell are you talking about? I still don't know. To this day, I don't know what the hell he was talking about. They tried Homeboys in Outer Space. Okay. If you were a regular member of a different world, your career sucks. Your career sucks if you was a regular person on a different world. You're cursed. I think only one Cosby kid actually has like a reasonably decent career. I look at Raven Simone and think that she was such a cute kid, but what the fuck? Rudy Huxtable, she put on some pounds. One of them was bagging groceries, literally at Whole Foods. The dude that played Elvin. Kadeem Hardison, he put on some pounds. Some pounds. Now, Jasmine Guy, people think that she aged bad because she's light-skinned. But actually, she was 30 on the show. So she's actually aged very well. She actually aged very well. I have to give that to her. Um, but it just seems like that because we thought that given the time frame, she was in her early 20s, and then when we seen her 10 years later, she looked at like her mid 40s, but she just started looking her age. Her age caught up to her. But she had like a spotty career, but yeah. And that's what happens with a lot of TV actors. Somebody said Theo was good for a while, which actually brings me to a question. I probably put this in my community tab, but I've been meaning to ask this question for a while because I just got finished watching who would win, the Hulk versus the Juggernaut. And I'm not going to get into the particulars of that, but let's just say I disagreed with what they said. But here. Here, one moment. I have this question. I want each of you to answer. So I want like 40 answers, but where are we? And let me get a chance to see. Hit the like button by the time I get there. Oh, by the way, the movie that I use a thumbnail picture for, Obsessed, that's a black woman's fantasy. To have a black man that's simply devoted to a black woman who just turns down the strong advances of a white woman every chance they get. Okay, so here, start a pool. Who would win in a fist fight? Option A, Eddie Winslow. Option B, Theo Hux. T-A-B, Huxtable. All right. Who would win in a fist fight? Eddie Winslow or Theo Huxtable? Answer in the thing. Of course they do. That's their fucking fetish. That's their fucking fetish. I should have asked who would have fucked the secretary. All right. Let's see how many votes I got on the poll. Hit the like button, people. I got my money on a tranny banger. I'm thinking a lot of actors are doing this just to be noticed, but that's a hell of a thing to do for attention. That is a hell of a thing to do for attention. And it's really just downright nasty. But I remember the young dude, like, it seems like this is what people are doing when their careers are in a slump. They want people to talk about them, and they don't really care if it's good or bad. Juggernaut literally only has one move. The Hulk, let's remember, knocked Superman from Manhattan. Was that canon? Because that's a crossover. Over the river to New Jersey, LOL. Yeah. I give it to Hulk because Hulk, the madder Hulk gets, the stronger Hulk gets. Oh, Jasmine Guy had breast cancer. That I didn't know. She's always in something, making a good living. Everyone else, nah. Yeah, I didn't know that. You know, salute to Jasmine Guy. All right, I guess I'll stop like that. Yeah, I need some more votes on it. Who would win in a fist fight, Eddie Winslow or Theo Huxtable? Like 3 more votes. I seen a comic book where Muhammad Ali beat Superman. I actually like that comic book too. I should have bought it. Elaborate on, because my understanding of the history of Medusa is spotty. I do know that she wasn't originally a Greek god, but she was an African goddess, and the snakes in her hair was actually dreads. But it's not much else I know about her. All right, how many more votes is there? Let's see. All right. Yeah, let me get 2 more. 2 more. Well, yeah, the madder Hulk get, the stronger Hulk get. Like what the MCU did to the Hulk was just abysmal. They turned him into Beast from X-Men or the Thing. It's just abysmal. I don't know. Well, actually I think I've seen somewhere like on an Entertainment Tonight type thing that the reason why they nerfed the Hulk was because he's too expensive of a character. You know, like he's a lot of CGI and he's a lot of, you know, building bashing and all that stuff. So it's like, okay, we can't really just, every time we show him Hulk out, it costs the studio a lot of money. So we're not going to make him the Hulk. We're going to make him Hulk light. So he don't go into a bash rampage, you know, every 3 seasons. So I get that part. But yeah, I did not like when Thanos beat him without using a Power Stone. Even though the way the Hulk works is he gets madder, then he gets stronger, and he comes back and, you know, he beats Thanos. But anyway, don't like what they did to the Hulk. All right, where are we at? All right, I'm in the pool. I'm in the pool in like 2 minutes. All right. Yeah, I agree. A lot of DC characters are OP. Like way OP. All right. So, yeah, looks like Theo has it. Look like Theo has it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I know it'll be a good fight, but I don't know who would win. All right, I'm gonna close down now. Let me just check for Cash Apps because I don't want to miss it like I missed Nanga's. I'm gonna say thanks for the extended streams. Thank D Scott for the contribution. Yeah, and I want to thank all the super chats, and I want to thank the members, the new members, and I want to thank the managers and moderators, those who are listening silently, and those who participate in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. This is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace.